let's also get you another update from the United States of America, where the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting has been held. The leaders of the Quad nations have now issued a joint statement condemning the Pahalgam terror attack and calling for justice against the perpetrators. The statement emphasizes the need to punish terror financiers and those who support terrorism. Quad leaders have assured cooperation to end cross-border terrorism. Extremely important. Now, Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar, along with the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Japan's Foreign Minister Takeshi Iwaya, and the Australian FM Penny Wong participated in this Quad Foreign Ministers meeting, which was held in Washington, D.C. at the US Department of State. In a strong and unambiguous statement, Dr. Jaishankar has drawn a red line on terrorism, declaring zero tolerance for any form of terror. Speaking at this particular meeting, the minister sent a clear message: India will not hesitate to defend its people and its interests, and that Quad must understand this.
A word about terrorism in the light of our recent experience. The world must display zero tolerance. Victims and perpetrators must never be equated. And India has every right to defend its people against terrorism, and we will exercise that right. We expect our Quad partners to understand and appreciate that. India plans to host the next Quad summit. We have some proposals on how to make that productive. I'm sure so do our partners. We will discuss, and I'm sure we will agree.
My colleague Rishabh joins us for more on this. Rishabh, one of the biggest takeaways from Dr. Jaishankar's statement at the Quad meeting was that victims and perpetrators must not be equated, and that India has the right to defend itself, and all Quad members are expected to understand this. A very clear, stern message that has been given by the Indian External Affairs Minister to the US, Japan, as well as Australia, particularly, of course, America.
Well, sure, definitely. If we talk about External Affairs Minister, the message is loud and clear that the victims and perpetrators cannot be equated. And a very statement coming in from External Affairs Minister that the mediation is not something that can happen between India and Pakistan, because there is no equivalence between the two sides, and hence mediation is not the correct word. Having said that, the statement that has come in from Quad also is very positive for India. The way Quad members have equivocally condemned Pahalgam terror attack is something that is very, very important. And words coming in from Washington is also very, very important for the regional, equations right now.
Right, Rishabh, thanks very much for joining us at the moment. Of course, viewers, we have been getting you more and more details that have trickled in from the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting. Extremely important. This is the first Quad Foreign Ministers meeting that happened after India successfully carried out Operation Sindoor. But it is the second time, remember, that all these four leaders are meeting this year. The first Quad Foreign Ministers meeting was held in January, right after Donald Trump's inauguration as the American president. So the kind of emphasis that is being laid by all member states is clearly reflected in the number of times and the kind of discussions that took place in this meeting. The crucial point being that the Quad Foreign Ministers have jointly condemned terrorism, particularly cross-border terrorism. And in fact, the Indian External Affairs Minister had made it very clear to all the member nations of Quad, saying that India has the right to defend herself, and that Quad member states should absolutely understand that victims and perpetrators must not be equated. That is something, viewers, remember that India has been very clear on, that the India-Pakistan hyphenation must not happen, and that, India is in its place and it's well within its right to ask questions to Pakistan on why it perpetrates terror on its soil. Listen in to what Dr. Jaishankar said at the Quad meeting.
A word about terrorism in the light of our recent experience. The world must display zero tolerance. Victims and perpetrators must never be equated. And India has every right to defend its people against terrorism, and we will exercise that right. We expect our Quad partners to understand and appreciate that. India plans to host the next Quad Summit. We have some proposals on how to make that productive. I'm sure so do our partners. We will discuss, and I'm sure we will agree.